Hello and welcome back. My name is Kohlstadt. I'm the founder and CEO of Shift One Digital and the Digital Marketing Academy. Today I'm going to cover a very, very basic topic called digital marketing for beginners. So if you watch my video called What is Digital Marketing, that'll also help you to understand a little bit about where digital marketing fits into the broader marketing as well as into business. And as usual, I am joined in the studio by Lola Bean. And Lola Bean is my sidekick, constant sidekick, sitting here at my lap. So let's cover the basics of digital marketing for beginners. If you're starting out in digital marketing for the first time, where do you start? So I want to ask you why are you getting onto this digital marketing bandwagon? Why do you want to know about digital marketing? Is it because you want to market your business? Is it because you want to work in digital marketing? Or is it because you're a marketing manager and you don't know that much about digital? Because there's also, there's lots of different scenarios out there. So let's say I wanted to ask the question, what is digital marketing for beginners? And I'm coming at it from a small business point of view. So then I would say go and watch my video, which I will link in the description below, of the introduction to digital marketing and a quick overview of digital marketing. So, but if I had to answer that question, okay, digital marketing for beginners, for people wanting to market their own business, I would say, all right, who are you trying to reach? We go back to a little target market table where you say, all right, here's my audience. Boom, boom, boom. These are the 3 people I'm trying to reach. And, these are their needs. And this is the service of mine that I'm going to sell them. And which platforms are they on? So digital marketing is all about identifying which platforms your customers are on. So remember, this is your target market here. So let's say they use email and they use LinkedIn. And maybe they do webinars and you're thinking of trying podcasts. Very exciting. Okay, so now you're trying to market your business. How do you go about that? Well, the first thing is you need to start growing an email list. So how do you do that? Let's go like this. You're going to put a pop-up on your website. Although, pop-ups are so hated by everybody. So let's not do a pop-up. Let's just let's actually just go with a footer. In the footer of your email, you're just going to have a little subscribe. And it's really easy to set this up. MailChimp gives you free code and a free account up to 2,000 names. So you can go along to MailChimp.com and you just hop on there and figure it out, watch a few video tutorials, grab the code. And if you're using WordPress or Wix, it's really easy to embed that into your footer. And then people will automatically subscribe saying, yes, I want to know about special offers. Yes, I want to know about your great articles, helpful content that you're writing. So I would say email marketing is a really good way of reaching your customers using digital marketing. But we have to go back a few steps and say, okay, what are you trying to achieve? Like, what's your goal? So usually for small business, it's sales. I need more customers. In which case I'm going to say, well, let's create some online ads for you. If your customers are searching for your services, then we're going to set up some Google search ads. And maybe they're on Facebook. Maybe they're on LinkedIn. Now, LinkedIn ads don't really work. I'll be honest with you. LinkedIn ads can be very, very expensive, like crazy amounts of money per click, and really not work. So LinkedIn is other things that work when it comes to finding new customers. But if you told me that sales is your problem, the first place I'm going to start is, well, let's try some ads for you. And it can be a bit tricky. I'll be honest with you, setting up your own Google search ads can be really tricky. Google's trying to make it simple. I think they've got like a Ads Express and stuff like that. But I'll be honest with you, Google ads are kind of a little tricky. I have someone that is part of our team that's all she does. Her and her team full time is just do ads. But Facebook ads are pretty easy. You can't really make a mistake because you put in your budget, let's say, $100, 500 Rand, whatever your budget might be. And then you set the time period. And then you also set the goal, like, what do you want? Clicks to my website, email addresses. And so it's really, you can't really go wrong because you've fixed the amount of money, and that's the main thing, right? So then you can just kind of start tweaking. Okay, is the audience right? So if your goal is sales, when it comes to digital marketing, the first thing I would do is look at your ads. And obviously this is assuming that you have a decent website, because the first thing an ad does is alert someone to your business, and the second thing somebody does is they go onto your website to see, what does this company look like? They're looking for a decent website. So usually when we get a new client, the first thing I do is look at their website. In most cases, the website's terrible. It's old, it's outdated, and the problem with web design is that every 3, maybe 5 you can get away with, but I would say 3 years, there's a radical shift in design trends. And I'm not trying to make money by saying to you that websites that we designed 3 and definitely 5 years ago are now already old and dusty. It's rare that a website can survive that long and not look archaic. So you need to just look at it. You don't need to rebuild it, but you may need a new home page. Just refresh the home page. That's basically all you need to do. Okay, so if you're looking for sales, I would say digital marketing, you need to look at your ads. And you can do this yourself. Watch a few videos, tackle it, set aside, a day, a couple of hours a day, 20 minutes a day, and just, take it off the box. The other thing that really works well with ads is your email marketing. Now, email marketing really helps to support the sales process, because not everybody's ready to buy immediately. They may want to still check you out. So they sign up to your newsletter to see, and it could take 6 months, it could take a year. I've received emails from people saying, it's 2 years of being subscribed to your mailing list, I'm finally ready to buy. I mean, that's insane. 2 years of being a subscriber and they're finally ready to buy. That's a long sales cycle. And if they hadn't been subscribed to my mailing list, if I hadn't been sending out great articles, I would have missed the sale. So I'm a huge fan of email marketing, but only if you're sending out great content that really helps people, makes their lives better. So please don't spam me with what you're selling. Unless you're selling a retail product, for example, clothing or makeup. But even so, tell me about looks, tell me about styles, send me tutorials. Don't just send me product. So make sure your email marketing is not spammy. And then, if you create a great article, turn it into your social content. So if you wrote an article called 6 ways to improve your cash flow because you're a small accounting business and you're targeting businesses, then take that article and break it up into small snippets, and that's your social content for the month. Put a little image there, make a little animation, and your best friend here, canva.com. Very, very cool, very easy to set up little images and little videos. So if you have to say, okay, digital marketing for beginners, I would say, what is your goal and who is your audience? And the next question I'm probably going to say is, what is your budget? Because that makes all the difference. If you've got a big budget, I can do a lot of things with a big budget. I can, run some ads. I could do your email marketing, sort out your website, create social content, create video, create animation, run webinars, run podcasts, create thought leadership space. There's so much we can do if you have a big budget. If you have a small budget, you have to be a lot more creative, and you're going to have to do a lot more of the work yourself because you won't afford an agency, though there are freelancers out there that are not going to break the bank. So if you really can't do it yourself, absolutely go and find yourself a nice freelancer. So if your next goal is, okay, now I've built a nice sales pipeline, I've got customers coming in, but now they need to trust me. So I need to create, this is trust. So my next goal is I need to build my brand. I need to build a brand. I need to actually start to create a brand that is a brand. So it stops being all about price, because until you've built a brand, it's always going to just be about price. And you want to bring quality in, and you want to bring brand in, so that people start to choose you for more emotional reasons. Otherwise, they're always just going to say, can you bring the price down? So the second thing is, once you've got your sales sorted out and you've got this pipeline of sales coming in, you want to work on your conversions, of converting them into customers. And so I would say people are going to look at your social media content. They want to know that there's a community. They want to know that you're there for your customers. They want to hear testimonials. Webinars are a great way of getting new clients. I might sign up for a webinar. I might listen to your podcast. Podcasts are amazing, guys, and it's so easy to create a podcast. You know that all you need to do is, pick up your phone and just record yourself, like, boom, a voice note. Like, that's the basics of a podcast. Or create a Zoom call with somebody and actually just get somebody on the other side, and boom, you create a conversation. That's a podcast. Discuss topics with an expert, maybe somebody from your team, maybe a client, maybe another thought leader that's not a competitor. So people love podcasting because while they're jogging or running or working out or driving, people love to podcast and listen and learn while they. And the thing about podcasts and webinars is, and video, is people get to see your personality. They get to hear, a little bit about you, and they get to kind of decide, do they want to work with somebody like you? That's the bottom line. So I'm going to add video here, if my pen isn't totally dry. Video in invisible ink. Video is also really important because it builds personality. It's the cult of personality. Basically, people get to know you. And it's also about thought leadership, especially if you're in a business-to-business space. People want to know who they're dealing with. They want to know that you're an expert. They want to sense your personality, and they kind of want to say, I'll never work with Dylan Kohlstadt, or I only want to work with Dylan Kohlstadt. So that's kind of the beauty of digital marketing is, a print ad could never do what we're doing right here. Okay, so what are the basics of digital marketing or digital marketing for beginners? Is understand who your target market is, set your goal, set your budget, and then look at your platforms and say, okay, which platforms meet these goals? If it's sales, it's definitely going to be ads. If it's trust building and brand building, then I'm going to look at my social media, my websites. Email supports the sales conversion process. So you start to look at this mix, and don't be intimidated by digital marketing. What I want to encourage you to do is to just do one platform well. Obviously, your website has to be great, that's no question, but take the time to master one platform. So I'm really just going to do Facebook brilliantly for my business. Look at what your competitors are doing, look at what other industry leaders are doing, and just get that right. And then move on to the next platform. Okay, now that I got Facebook down, let me start to understand LinkedIn. And then, okay, let me try this podcasting thing. Let me run one online webinar. I can do it really cost effectively, just, cheap and cheerful. And that's basically how you get into it. So I hope you found this helpful, and do subscribe and comment and like and share. And let me know in the comments below any other topics you'd like me to cover, and good luck.